Yo, what up, yo? It's I, Keith, your host, man of letters, providing knowledge, information, and entertainment. As per usual, let's kick it off. Dreadlock video this time. Two biggest mistakes that I made and how to fix them. First biggest mistake I made with my dreads was for a hot minute I refused to wear do-rags or anything over my head. I still refuse to get do-rags, by the way. I don't know, something about do-rags, man. It reminds me of a really nasty feeling early 2000s trying to be cool and hard, but not. I can't fuck with it. I can't do it. I can't do the do-rag. But I did switch to the silk pillowcases. Shout out to Ma Dukes for buying me pillowcases for my birthday. They're nice and they're gold, like the king I is. No, but seriously, the thing I noticed before I switched to the silk pillowcases, I would get the gnarliest unidreads in the back of my head because I like to sleep on my back because I dream the best when I sleep on my back, and I do love my dreams. I sleep on my back. It would get the unidreads like right. Oh, it would be the worst, and I would have to rip them apart, and I hate the sound and feel of ripping them. I'm sure that's like the worst thing you can do for your dreadlocks too, is to rip them. So I don't suggest ripping your dreads except when they're wet or when you have oil in them. Or there's a rule to it, obviously, but I would just. Okay, there's probably 3 things I regret doing with my dreads, and the third low-key is ripping them when they're dry. Don't do that, guys. It was early on, I'm sorry, and I don't do it anymore. But cool thing is, since I switched to the silk pillow cases, they don't do that anymore. I rarely have to separate the dreads because in the back from the unit dreads. I get the Congos that come. Are these Congos? Are these Congos? Well, I mean, they're all Congos because they were smaller than this, but here. So like, can you see that? Can you see these? So here's one of the Congos. Like, this stuff forming is cool. Like, this naughtiness I'm down for. However, the unidreads in the back I'm not at all down for. So thing number 1 I fucked up on, not wearing protection. That's that's definitely a fuck up to you guys. Always wear protection for all parts of your body. Otherwise, wear a do-rag. I don't like wearing them. I don't like the look, feel, the style. I don't like anything about them. So switch to the silk pillowcases. They feel good on your face too. It's like snuggling against a soft breast every night, which is debatably my favorite thing to do ever. So the second thing I messed up on, ponytails. I didn't actually mess up because I didn't rock them long enough to do anything. It's got to be a handful of years of rocking tight ponytails to give you receding hairlines, or you start to see people, it just becomes patchy around the forehead. So you have your hair follicle, and the hair pushes up from the bottom of the follicle and it pushes out. It's not like a tree or a plant or something that grows from the top. The leaves come from the edge and it goes further and further out. That's not how your hair works. Your hair works by creating new hair actually under the skin, and then it pushes out from the bottom. So it's growing. The new growth is at the bottom, right? Well, when you're constantly tugging on that hair follicle, it eventually kills it. Atrophy. It stops working. And I was rocking tight ponytails daily because the first thing you want to do when your dreads get long enough, for guys at least, if you're starting from nothing, is to put your hair in a ponytail, because it's like, what up, I'm at the ponytail length, what up, and then you get carried away. I got carried away. I was doing it every single day. Now, how to fix that? Right now the ponytail looks super sloppy, right? Like, so this is how it looks from the side, and then this is how it looks from the side. The fix to rocking the ponytails is to just not have it be tight. So whenever, like my boy Chronix, he rocks his dreadlocks like this. When he puts them up there, it's never a tight ponytail. He's always got them long, and I think I know why he does that. Now, 1, because it still looks hella cool, but 2, none of the dreads are actually being tugged on. There's no pull coming from the scalp. So here's down. So I'll put it up. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Alright, so and what I used to do, this is a super sloppy ponytail, I'm sorry, it's just what it is I would get the individual dreadlocks and I would pull them all out to make them nice and snug so that it looked like really clean and tight finish, you know? So I'd do this and I would pull them out and I'd make them look all cool and I'd be like, yeah, look at me, I got dreadlocks and I can put them in a ponytail, that's how cool I is. That took way too long to do. It's so hot and I'm just not in the mood right now. I'm just not having it. Alright, anywho. I would get them just tight as hell. And so now that's not hurting, but there's a tug. There's definitely a pull that I'm exerting on the hair follicle. And like I said, it's not a lot of tug, but a little bit of tug every single day adds up to a lot. Like Bruce Lee famously said, maybe, or I could just be making this up. I hope I'm making this up. It would be great if I just made this up. I do not fear the man that does 100 kicks. I fear the man that does one kick every 100 days. No, I didn't say that right. I do not fear the man that does 100 kicks. I fear the man who does a kick every day for 100 days. Why? Because consistency is huge. It's not about a one-time thing. It's about you have your dreadlocks for a long-ass time. So over the years, if you rock a ponytail every day, it's gonna mess your shit up. Here's the fix. I get the ponytail and I just bring the hairs back out. From all around. Anywhere you feel a tug, pull it back through the loop. So it's just, you know what I mean? And eventually, you will come to a point, and if you do it right, it will look like it did at the beginning of my video, and now I can't do a ponytail for shit. That's it. Just pull it back through. You get the cool look of the ponytail, but you don't actually tug on your scalp so you don't start losing hair. You can rock the dreads in the ponytail and not hurt the scalp by simply putting it through the original ponytail and loosening it up a little bit. So those are my two biggest things that I fucked up on. It's your boy Keith. Thanks you guys for being here. If you liked the video and you enjoyed it, subscribe, like, leave a comment. If I said something that stimulated something in your neurons, then hit me with something. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Welcome home. Take it easy, y'all.